What's going on, Star Citizen fam? It's your boy Raptor Spirit is back with another one. So against my better judgment, I really shouldn't be spending money, but I did it anyways. I bought the Powerler Util. Reason being because, as I said in my other videos before, I have always liked the Powerler. I like the purpose of it as it is a stealth. Well, the regular Powerler, the stealth dropship. You know, I'm big into infiltration, spy type stuff, so I like the concept of it. But then, you know, 3 years ago, it really wasn't quite fulfilling that, especially for $440. I was like, eh. So, the Powerler, excuse me, the Powerler Util came out, and it only carries 32 SU. Let's start with that. That's one of the negatives, obviously, you know, but comparing it to, say, the Zeus ES, I do believe it's the same cargo space. So I went ahead and got it just because I love the ship. It's really cool, and especially the Powerler Util. It just looks better than the regular Powerler, in my opinion. Now, the other downside is that they downsized the size 5 main guns to size 4s. Now, this kind of was a little bit of a pain, but later in the video I will show you that I actually tried to outfit it with attritions, and if you do all attritions, it actually does just a smidge better than the stock regular Powerler loadout. The components are all the same for the Powerler. The Powerler got a new rework for its components bay where the components are, and obviously there's no drop seats in the main spine of it. It actually has 3 drop seats, so you can still do pickups for people, which is super cool. So it still can, you know, have a couple of the people on it to say, as they kind of hinted in the video, if you watch the Inside Star Citizen, that it could also be used to swoop down and snag cargo from people's people's stuff, which is, you know, hey, whatever. But I guess you could have 3 other people on board to do like a quiet strike into some place or whatever. So it's still, you know, kind of a stealth dropship just with cargo capacity. So I tried it, I bought it, I like it. I think it's actually really cool, and as you guys get to know me, you'll realize I don't buy anything that's not something that I personally like for what I'm playing. I don't buy ships to buy them. Like, there's people that just have to have every ship. I'm not like that. So but like I said, I've always wanted this ship in the regular version, but I like the Util version better, and it was a little cheaper, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. And also paints, I'm big on paints, you know, I always like to have something different. So I went ahead and got a paint with it as well, and so we'll go ahead and go through the video I made, and we'll kind of talk through everything together. Alright, so I'm heading to the hangar. Of course, I got the Artemix armor on because, I mean, Artemix armor is still the freshest armor in the game. Next to, now the new Antium armor, which is the tracker armor from CitizenCon, is really cool. So, but I just love the I don't forgot what it's called already. I want to say attrition, but that's not what it's called. I can't think of it. I see the word in my head. I can't think of what I just said for that armor. It's really sad. Artemix, Christ. Huh, crazy. But if you see, we just went past the side of it. There's Powerler Util on it. One of the main differences, obviously, besides the sides to make room for the cargo, is the rear tail. The rear tail is nice and big, and I like that beefier look on it. So now we're just going to continue to go around. And if you also notice from the old Powerler, it has those little feather fin things that come down, but with this one, they made them, when the ship lands, instead of sticking out still, they kind of fold up, which is pretty neat. So there's the other side of it. It is a beautiful ship, and they are true what they say. You are paying for alien ships because they're alien. The alien price tag, it is a fact, but it is still a dope ship in my opinion. Everybody has their says about it. I personally like it. I wish they would have came out with a more combat oriented one, like more of a heavy fighter, or maybe even a scout that actually did better scanning, you know, that whenever they get data running in, that was something like that. But hey, they still have time to do so. They might, you never know. But I do like this ship still. So I'm just doing a walkthrough around it to make sure we get a full look at it. And this paint, I forget actually what it's called, but I like the fact that it's like a tan color. So they had a couple other ones that were pretty neat looking because they were more alien-like. That was cool. But I particularly just love this color. I think it looks well on it. So I opened up, you can open up each side individually, which is super cool. So you can open up either one, and I love this animation. Look at that. That is so freaking cool. So freaking cool. So now I'm going to check out the back, and the back door opens the same way as the old one. I didn't know where the button was. Again, this is my first time actually maybe it's the second time since I've played Star Citizen for the last 3 years that I've been in a Prowler. So I didn't know where the button was. Still has that little shield thingy, and there's the interior of it. So yeah, the only thing that's that you can magnetize or use cargo grid is at the bottom of those. So I'm pretty, you know, usually like most ships, they say has this much SCU that you can carry. I wonder if we could stuff any more in there, but I'm pretty sure someone's gonna check that out. Someone's gonna look. Now, there's a ladder that goes to the top, and there's some weapons racks. It's 4, which is cool. I did not know there was a door here, so that was another fun little thing that I discovered that made this pretty cool, because I was like, oh shoot, there's a side door. And I love also in ships when they give them multiple entrances. You know, the ones that only have one entrance, those are okay, but I love the fact that there's ships with multiple entrances. I can't talk tonight, I'm sorry guys. So this is a shelf, they said, when you watch the Inside Star Citizen, you could put small boxes on there, just like the Intrepid, which I thought was pretty cool. These are the jump seats that are still available, so you can pick up and carry 3 other people. But for the most part, this is a 2-man ship. I would have liked to see them put a bed in here. You know, somewhere they could have fitted something. Or even what if they did another bed animation where you are standing upright? You know, have you ever guys seen the movie The Coneheads? Like that. But they didn't do that. It's fine. But it would have been nice to have a bed on here to bed log out of. These are the components. It has, I do believe, 4 size 4 shields. And 4 size 2 shields. I apologize. And everything is size 2s. And stealth components. Of course, and this is in PTU, so I thought that the engineering was working, but gonna work by now, but it is not. Just a side, and there's fuses, so I'm glad I got to this. Just a side note, so I was playing in live the other day in a friendship. We were coming back from getting assaulted, and we came out of Quantum right in front of Orison, and all of a sudden the ship stopped working. We're like, what the heck? And then I looked and I noticed that there were 2 sets of fuses, one where the turret is and one inside the cargo hold. And the one in the cargo hold was red. It was missing a fuse. And we didn't have no extra ones on, and that was why the engine stopped running. So start carrying fuses on, you guys. Like seriously, it's no joke. It is no joke. Definitely start carrying fuses. So I'm just looking at it some more. because I love it. I'm just admiring it. But now I'm going to put the size 4 attritions and size 3 attritions I got earlier on it. And it hurts. Because when I looked at Urkel, and I'm going to pause it here real quick and bring up Urkel real fast, just because, you know, yes, it has smaller size, the size 4s are not size 5s anymore, but honestly, it's not that bad when you put attritions on them. And let's see, close that. So I'm going to quickly just show the difference. So we're in, let's go to PTU. I'm pretty sure I showed this before, but I'm not too sure, but I'm going to go ahead and do these quickly. Let's see. So Prowler, and go to the cargo Prowler. Alright, and let me bring this up real quick, and I apologize. I'm not a little bit more prepared. There we are. Alright, so. Ooh. Alright, so. When you're looking at this, from stock, yes, the Util is 1600 per DPS, whereas the Prowler is 2700, right? So, as I said, just put attritions on, and so now you're at the same bit. You have the same amount, except a little bit better with attritions than the stock ones. Now, obviously, the alpha is bigger because you're using cannons on the regular Prowler stock, the deadbolts and the light strikes, but it's still not bad. And I took it into combat a little bit to test it out. So, again, I liked it. I liked it, and sorry, again, it's my kid in the background. So let's go back to. Let's actually get rid of that. Actually, let's bring it down. And let's keep going. Let's go ahead and skip past all this. I'm pretty sure you guys don't care about all that. And I'm gonna tell you, with those attritions on there, it looks sick with attritions, guys. Like, it just looks so nice. So I would definitely recommend putting attritions on your Prowler, even the regular Prowlers. These things look nice. So I'm just gonna skip past all this jazz. I love that hovering, like that new hover feature. I think that's so cool. It may be just swaying a little bit, but it's the little things. So this is where I decided to do a quick bounty. It's going against a Origin 100 series. And I also realized, as I wasn't paying attention, there are no missiles on the ship. So at first I was thinking I could hit it with missiles, but that was not the case. But just pardon my sad flying that I'm doing right now, as I wasn't really ready for the ship. Plus, it was dark as hell in Hurston, so I was more worried about not crashing to the ground. But once I got a good beat on it, it was done. So after that, I wanted to go ahead and try and shoot the cargo. So the cargo was straight, and it just takes a little bit of getting used to, and it just snaps on the cargo grid, no problem. This was only 7 SU, so it was no problem at all. But I thought it was really neat because I didn't have to leave the seat at all. Well, I mean, obviously I left the seat to bring up the cargo in the elevator. But aside from that, did it all from inside the ship and was able to take off and, you know, unload it. And so I'm going to stop right there. But is it worth it to buy it? I would probably say, you know, unless you really like the Prowler, I would say don't waste your money on it. Personally, that's just my personal opinion. I personally like it because I love the Prowler. I hope that they adjust the Prowler series a little bit more, right? I hope they do a little bit more adjustments to it to really make it stand out, make it more stealthy if they can. I don't know what they're gonna do. You know, CIG is always changing stuff, always tweaking things. So we'll see. You know, we'll see. Maybe they'll decide to bring it back to size 5s and from when it go live. I don't know. Probably not, but whatever. It's fine. Because I know they've done that for a few ships where, like the Intrepid, it was supposed to be a size 3 on the Intrepid, and they made it a size 4 right before they released it. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I like it. I think it's a cool ship. You can still pick up people if you need to do, or take people if you're trying to do a stealth run, kind of in and out kind of thing. Like I said, I like it. Maybe just tell me what you guys think. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But yeah, just like, comment, and subscribe, share my channel, help me grow it. And of course, if you comment, I will do my best to reply. So you guys enjoy yourself, and I will see you in the verse.